Well, good morning. Today is Saturday. It is the weekend. I know a lot of people have a long weekend for July 4th, so good for you. I actually work on Monday and then have Tuesday the 4th off, so it'll be a normal weekend and then a random day off during the middle of the week, which is a little strange. So right now I'm just preparing my list to go to the grocery store. I'm gonna use the slow cooker that my friend Kim gave me, and I'm gonna make the best slow cooker French dip sandwiches with that the dipping sauce, and then I'm gonna make this slow cooker mozzarella stuffed meatballs that look really good. Yeah, so those are the two recipes that I printed out yesterday and I really want to make. That'll be good. Let me show you the cats too, because you gotta see them. Here is Fig eating some of Stitch's food for a change. Usually Stitch eats his own food and Fig's food, but sometimes Fig acts a little naughty and eats out of Stitch's bowl. Yeah, and then let's go see where Stitch is at. I think he's still in the bathroom window. Yeah, he is. Stitch loves sitting in here and looking outside. What are you doing? What are you doing? Meow. Meow. Keeping an eye on the neighbors. Yeah. So the boys really like the bathroom windows. That's like one of their favorite places, is sitting in either the two upstairs bathroom windows or the downstairs bathroom windows. Yeah, so today I'm gonna do some cooking. I'm not really gonna talk too much about this past week at work. I'm just glad it's the weekend, and I do still have that mark from when I burned myself making that lemon chicken recipe from Barefoot Contessa last weekend. That is still kind of healing. I'm putting band-aids and Neosporin on it so it'll get better. Andy went and picked up some donuts this morning. It was funny. He said, Amanda, I shouldn't go pick up donuts by myself. You should do it yourself because you don't get too many. Because the last time I picked him up, I got 2 for each of us. And then when he goes, he's kind of like, I want them all, which is really funny. So I'll show you what he picked up. Here, we've still got some flowers that are alive. Well, some of them are dying, but some of them are still a bit alive from last weekend at Trader Joe's. I do plan to get more this weekend. Here are the donuts that he got, a bajillion of. These are 2 jelly filled. These are my favorite. I love the cake donut with the rainbow sprinkles. It's the vanilla cake, not the chocolate cake. So 2 of those. This is a maple bar, which is his favorite. The apple fritter, which is his favorite. These long ones, this is a crumb. This is just a plain sugar. These are both cronuts or dosants, whatever. It's like the cronut donut mix. And then this, I'm not really sure what's inside of it. I'm curious if there's cream in it. But anyways, it smells like a box of sugar. As it should. So yeah, I'm gonna head out in a little bit, get going to the store. We're still having some issues with this property management because when we moved in, we were told we were responsible for all the bills, like all the utilities. That's what our contract says, but that's not actually the case. Let me go outside. It's actually pretty nice. I'll go outside for once. I don't really come out too much. So we were told that we'd be responsible for all utilities, which is like trash, water, electric, all that stuff, gas. So Andy called to set up trash before we moved in, and when he called the people, they said, oh, trash was already paid for by one woman. She might be the landlord. She's paying for both units, part of this duplex. And then Andy said, oh, okay, well, I guess we don't need to set up an account for trash. But he did set up an account for water. For the water usage, and there's a story to this. So he got a ginormous bill this week on Thursday. It was over $120 for 1 month's use of water, and I was like, no, that's no good. That can't happen. That's not right, you know. So I ended up reaching out to the water company and asking them, hey, is this normal? Like, it's just 2 people. We're pretty, you know, aware of our water usage. Why is $120 normal? And they said, you're paying for both water. You're paying for units A and B. And I was like, oh my God. We think that the landlord typically pays for the water, but we weren't told of it. So we signed up for an account, we took over the billing, and now we're paying for water for both units. So this is something we need to figure out with the property management. Ideally, I want the water to go back to the owner. They pay for water for both units. It's just messy. It's just a mess. We've been having so many issues with the property management. They're really not good. It's a beautiful home and we love it. But yeah. Oh, and I have a new shirt on, by the way. I got this at French Press. It says, I like you a latte, which is super cute. And on the back, I can't show you. It says better together, and then it says French Press and like Dune Coffee or something like that. So the French Press made their own roasting company, I think called Dune. So anyways, that's what's going on. Got some property management issues. Hopefully the water will get taken over. We won't have to pay it. It's insane to pay for both units anyways because it's really expensive and not our water. So yeah, just still figuring stuff out. Hey there, I just got back from heading out grocery shopping. I went to Trader Joe's and Albertsons today. I kind of got more than normal, spent more than normal too, for these recipes that I'm making this weekend, the French dip sandwich and the meatball thing. So I'll show you what I've got. Everything's kind of spread out, but I tried to organize stuff by category. So over here we've got some cheeses, meats, vegetables, dairy, desserts, fruits, breads, etc. So over here I've got a few different types of cheeses. The mozzarella is for my sandwich, the same as usual for work. The string cheese is going to go inside the meatball because you put a piece of string cheese inside the meatball and then it melts, and when you bite into the meatball you get melty cheese. Provolone cheese, that'll be for the French dip sandwiches. Smoked turkey breast, new packaging from Applegate. This is for my normal lunches at work. Bacon, Andy and I like to make BLTs. Well, he does most of the work. I do the eating, he does the cooking. Anyways, for that, so I got bacon for our BLTs. We've also got tomatoes for the BLTs, some extra garlic, an onion, that'll be for the French dip. Carrots, because I thought I'll make roasted carrots again on the side of the French dip sandwiches. Some living butter lettuce. I love butter lettuce, like where it has the base down there. Do you know what I mean? And it just, I really like this type of lettuce. So now that Trader Joe's has it, I got that for our BLTs. We've got some ground beef for the meatballs. I had to go over to Albertsons to get this big hunk. This is beef chuck roast, pot roast. Yeah, I was looking all around Trader Joe's, but they said they don't have it right now, so I had to go next door. In the dairy section, I've got sour cream, which Andy wanted, some milk. We will use the milk to have with chocolate chip cookies over there. And then also, I'm pretty sure that we need milk to brush on the top of our peach pies that we'll make on July 4th. So over here, kind of the dessert section, we've got the pie crust by Pillsbury. We've got these cookies that I really like from Trader Joe's, the chewy chocolate chunk cookies. They are good. You can just eat them all at once. And then they have McConnell's ice cream at this particular Albertsons I went to. So I got the vanilla bean, which we'll have on the side of the peach pie, and then salted caramel chip. I'm pretty sure my sister really likes this flavor. I think it's okay. It's not my favorite, but they didn't have many options, so I got that. For the bread stuff, I've got French sandwich rolls, which we'll use for the French dip sandwiches, whatever. We've got breadcrumbs and my usual oatmeal. The breadcrumbs, we're using that with some recipe, I don't know. Sourdough bread for my sandwiches at work. Apparently we need 1 cup of regular Coke, not Diet Coke, for a recipe, so I got that. Some more Spragues, I was running low. The only fruit item I've got is bananas from there. I really like apples as well, but I like the ones that are at Whole Foods, not at Trader Joe's, so I'm picky. And then I needed to get some spices. We needed bay leaves. We don't have any of that. Onion powder, which I'm not actually sure if I should use onion powder or an actual onion. I just realized I don't know if I needed that. Anyways, beef bouillon cubes. I already have the chicken bouillon cubes, but I needed the beef ones. And then this is a little surprise for Andy. I'm not sure if he'll like it or not. It's new at my Trader Joe's. It's called the Perfect Bar. It's supposed to be pretty healthy. It's dark chocolate chip, peanut butter with sea salt. And it has all this, like, I don't know, healthy stuff to it. So they actually kept it in the refrigerated section, so maybe I need to put it in the fridge. So this is what I got this week. Kind of a lot of stuff. And then tomorrow at the farmer's market, I'm gonna get a bunch of yellow peaches, and then we'll use that to make the peach. I almost forgot to show you the roses. So my old roses from Trader Joe's from last week are kind of starting to die a bit. So I got more. These ones are just so special, I feel. They've kind of got two colors going on, which I love. They've got more of like a kind of peachy orange color and then a red color near the tips. So I think they're really pretty. So I'm gonna swap these out momentarily after I put all my groceries away. Let's compare the packaging to the actual product. Packaging. It looks a little bit more toasty there. And of course they cut it differently. This is not as toasty. It's more dark colors along the outside crust. I like to compare stuff like this. Sometimes I'm like, packaging, reality, packaging. Anyways, this is gonna be my lunch today. I bought it actually like a week or two ago, so it's been in the freezer. It's the Trader Joe's mushroom and black truffle flatbread with mozzarella cheese. Andy doesn't mess with mushrooms, and I doubt he'd wanna touch black truffle, so it's all mine. I just put my first meal in the crock pot. Hooray! This is the mozzarella-stuffed meatballs. Yeah, so this is the crock pot my friend Kim kindly gave to me, so thank you so much. I've got it on low for 8 hours, although it's only supposed to take 4 hours on low, so I'll have to set a separate timer at the 4-hour mark. Yeah, so I've got the crock pot all set up here. I read tips online that said you really want to get a liner so it makes the cleanup easier. Although this probably shouldn't be too bad because there's no like sauce and all kinds of nasty stuff in there. But I decided to get these liners anyways from Target online. My mom actually wants a liner. She said, oh, give me one. So I've got that. Coming down, Stitch? Coming down? Come see what's going on down here. We're making some dinner. So the crock pot has been running. Meatballs are in there. And then what else are we doing? I've just got some spaghetti sauce that I heated up, plus some pasta. And it's funny, I was thinking how Andy and I kind of like to eat early compared to some people. Right now it's, what time is it? That's the timer. It's 5:09, and I was asking Andy, are you hungry? And he said yes. So I think we both like to eat like at 5 or as soon as we get home from work. And it's funny because I see so many people like who prefer to eat late. Like they go out to dinner at 7 or 8 or maybe 9, and that's just crazy to me. And I think for our age we might be early eaters. Andy's 27 and I'm 32, so I think we might eat a little bit early for our age, but to each their own. So we're gonna have spaghetti pasta, and then the meatballs that I made, and then some sauce, and that's about it. Pretty low-key dinner. And then tomorrow night I'll do the yummy French dip sandwich. And here is my scar, or burn mark, whatever, from last week's the lemon chicken. It is kind of itchy and feels a little bit tight. And then there's one part of it that's slower to heal, where I think the burn got a little bit deeper. If you see that color, I don't know if you can see it, but there's one part that's kind of been slow to heal. So now to complete the food, the cooking, here we go. This is spaghetti, and then the meatballs that were stuffed with mozzarella. Can I show you your plate?
Sure.
Okay. Ours basically look really similar.
Yeah.
Today is Sunday. So last night's meatballs, I did not love them. I didn't like that the recipe had some things off about it, like using too much panko crust, and so you had all this extra, and then like recommended that you did 4 tablespoons for each meatball, and that would somehow yield 12 meatballs, whereas I used 3 tablespoons and yielded like 7 meatballs. Anyways, and then I didn't really like the way it tasted, and all the cheese came out and it was kind of gross, so I'm never gonna do that mozzarella stuffed meatball recipe again. Anywho, yeah, so today's a new day. Today's Sunday. I'm actually getting a little bit nervous thinking about the week coming up because there's a lot going on. I work tomorrow on Monday. I've got a long meeting with my boss to discuss budget allocations for the next fiscal year, and then this big presentation that we have towards the end of July. So we've got that tomorrow. And then on Tuesday, that's July 4th, we have the day off. It's a paid day off, thank goodness. My mom and dad are gonna come and visit and check out the new place, which is very exciting. I get a little bit nervous though, thinking, what if they want to go to eat out at a restaurant? What if I get nervous there, and how would we all drive there? And would they be okay with me driving separate? So I get a bit nervous about that stuff. And then on Wednesday, I have my oil change, which I get nervous about, especially because this time Andy's gonna help me out. typically I just take vacation time for a few hours and wait in the area nearby the auto shop. There's like a hospital nearby and a medical building and like restaurants. So I just wait nearby while my car gets worked on, because I don't want to ask anyone for a ride to and from work, because I'm, you know, get nervous about that stuff. But this time I'm gonna have Andy help me out, so he'll give me a ride to and from work. And so we'll pick up and drop off my car together on Wednesday, which I do get nervous about. And then Thursday should be an easy day. It'll be my first telecommute day, like ever. During the summer, my workplace is very generous and lets a lot of people telecommute. So Thursdays is gonna be my telecommute day. So we'll see how that goes. I think there might be some challenges with using my little laptop, which is set up with remote desktop and all. Instead of using 2 larger computer screens at my desk, I have 2 screens. I think most people do nowadays. Yeah, so it'll be a little bit harder just using 1 screen. And then on Friday, I'm working a half day and then going to a concert with Andy. In the evening, we're gonna go to see Garbage and Blondie at the Santa Barbara Bowl. We've never been to the bowl before, so I kind of need to figure stuff out, like the parking situation. I think we can pay 10 bucks or so to park at a local high school, and then you walk up or downhill to get to the bowl. Yeah, so I'm not familiar with the venue at all. So anyways, that's just a lot of stuff going on this week. Things that make me nervous and panicky. I do need to do other things too. Like I've been needing to get my hair cut for a long time, but I get nervous, so I don't want to do it. What else? I need to go to the dentist, find a new dentist actually. So anyways, enough about that. So today I'm gonna go buy some peaches at the farmer's market, finish up some cleaning. Yeah, just some kind of easier stuff today before the week starts and gets all crazy. Let me show you Fig real quick. Whoops. He's sitting out here watching some cat TV. There were some birds out this morning, so it's pretty exciting for him. Him and Stitch were watching the birds. Yeah, they love it. You like all the birds here, huh? Yeah. Sometimes we get birds near that tree and looking for old bird seed and stuff. Yeah, so I'm getting dinner started, even though it's almost 11 o'clock, so it seems pretty early. But I gotta start the slow cooker for the French dip sandwiches. We've got the big old beef chuck roast, which is kind of icky. Andy browned all the corners of it for me because I didn't want to touch it. So that's in the slow cooker. And then I've got everything else ready over here that the recipe calls for. Soy sauce, Coke, kind of weird. Beef broth. You could also use beef consomme, but I couldn't find it. Beef bouillon. And then a million bajillion spices and stuff. We've got oregano, bay leaves, thyme, pepper, salt, onion powder, garlic, and then also I just used regular onion. They called for dried minced onions, but I thought I'll just use regular onions. So anyways, I'm gonna put all this stuff into the crock pot and get it going. I just got home from running a few little errands nearby. I went to get peaches to make the peach pie on Tuesday, and I paid all in quarters, and they were ecstatic. They loved it. They were like, oh my God, they love getting a bunch of quarters. Last time I paid them with a few dollars of quarters, and they were pretty excited, so I thought, oh my God, I need to bring like all my quarters for my old apartment, because I used to go to the bank and withdraw quarters to do laundry in the shared laundromat or laundry room at my apartment complex. But now we have our own laundry room, and I had all these quarters, like $14 worth of quarters. So that's how I paid for my peaches today, was with quarters, and they were very excited. So that's good. And then I went to Pier 1, and I'd seen a lampshade there that I thought would work out well with my, I'd seen a lamp base there that I thought would go well with my new Anthropologie lampshade, but I thought the price was a little bit much, so I saw Pier 1 had a sale this weekend. It has a 4th of July sale. So I got a pretty good deal on it. I got it 20% off plus an additional 15% off. So I feel like, okay, good. I want to save money on it. So I got a lamp base. I just don't know where to put it. Ugh. And I'm starting lunch for Andy and myself. I'm starting some BLTs for us. So that's what we're going to have for lunch today. Yeah, so here are the peaches, just a bajillion of them. I think I got 10. You only need 8 for the recipe, but I thought, well, maybe I'll toss in an extra one and then one we can just eat. So these are all yellow peaches that I bought. They actually were about $12, so I had some extra quarters left over. And then over here, well, this is my family calendar that I need to hang up. I haven't hung it up yet. I need to hang it. This is the lamp that I got. It comes with a lampshade, which I don't care for. I only wanted the base. Hopefully you can still see it okay, despite the flowers being in the background here. Yeah, so it's just clear glass. It kind of has, I would consider it like a gourd shape, similar to a pumpkin almost, or like a genie, like I Dream of Genie type of thing, where it goes down and then bellows out. So I'm gonna switch out the lampshade and then figure out where I wanna put this thing. Here are the sandwiches. Yay, I didn't really show us assembling it, but basically we just took a French roll, grabbed some meat, which is very like tender and falling apart from the crock-pot. And then we put that on a roll, and then we added 2 slices of provolone cheese, melted it, and yeah, that's about it. And then we've got a little cup of au jus, the liquid stuff, over at the table so we can dip it in and see how it tastes. So here's the sandwiches, and then the au jus. Yeah, the dipping sauce. And then Andy also brought out some ranch and barbecue sauce. And I meant to make roasted carrots, but I totally forgot. And I only remembered when we were heating up the cheese, and it was too late then. It's too late to bother with the carrots. So we'll have to do the roasted carrots with another meal. We're all done with dinner. It was good. Neither Andy and I have ever had one of those French sandwiches before, so it was our first time. It's kind of fun to dunk it into the sauce stuff, but the provolone actually is a little bit stinky when we had it in the oven. We were like, ooh, it smells a little pungent. So yeah, we enjoyed our sandwiches, but I forgot to prepare any of the roasted carrots, so oh well, another day. So anyways, I hope that you've had a good weekend, and if you're celebrating July 4th, that you have a safe and happy holiday, and thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.